What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Heart and Hustle Houston. I'm always getting that confused. Um, Season 1, Episode 7, The End of an Era. I actually thought that this was like the season finale, but I'm assuming it's next week. I don't know. All I know is the time was changed to 7 o'clock just because Love and Marriage doesn't come back on until November. So yeah, which is why y'all won't be getting Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right. So the episode was pretty good. The episode started with Chloe, Latoria, and two of her friends. They were meeting so Latoria can go over everything for her Sweet 16 celebration for her accomplishments in the entertainment world. Her vision is Vegas. So Chloe and Latoria go to talk. And so Chloe asked Latoria, what do you need for your party? She told her, hey, I just need you to connect with these people. So Chloe asked Latoria, hey, are you okay? You're good. And Latoria was like, she flipped it and she was like, no, are you good? Because the last time we talked, you talked about having a conversation with Nico. So how did that go? So she told Latoria about the conversation she had with Nico and how everything was going in such a positive direction. And Latoria asked Chloe to invite Nico to her party so she can introduce Nico to some people and get him connected. So Labrina and William, they're outside talking. They started to have a conversation about Pop. And Labrina is still bringing up Pop grades. And I think she's still kind of placing blame on his lack thereof by him staying with his dad. And so, from my understanding, as Will was explaining, he felt the way about Pop choosing to go and live with his dad. And so he was like, all of the things I've done. Remember, I made these accounts for you, and then you do that. It's almost like a slap in the face, and it's like, you can't kind of throw that in his face, because when you agreed to be with his mom, you agreed to be with him. So everything you've done, you were supposed to do it for him. Understand, you still have to understand that he have his dad. So I kind of didn't like that part. Now maybe I read it wrong, y'all. I really did, but I didn't like that. So Labrina said that Pop leaving was a slap in Will's face. And I was like, it just kind of feels like, what is the backstory on his daddy? Like, what is the backstory for all of these unspoken things to be said? And so, because I'm just asking, because not that we need to know, but what is the backstory? Like, was he a deadbeat? Did he leave and then just come back? And, now he wants to be with his dad. What's the story? Because got to be a story behind it. I don't know. So Pop kind of pour out his emotions in this moment. And he was just saying to them that he thought he was a burden and he was putting them through a lot of stuff, which is why he chose to go with his dad. But it was just the questioning as to why. And it's like, you guys wait all of this time to kind of ask him why, versus asking him why when everything was going on. When y'all first decided to allow him to go, did y'all ask him why then? Or are y'all waiting now to ask him why? This is not me being hard on anybody. This is just questions that I have. Because he cried, and I felt so bad for him. And he was like, I don't want y'all to think, like when he said to them, I thought I was a burden to y'all. I was like, how does a kid how is it that they are made to feel like that? Like, what is it that's happening? Because sometimes kids do have these moments where they think that when things don't work out, with their parents, they automatically assume that it's their fault, or if something happens to them by way of an adult, they feel like somehow it's their fault. They internalize, and they place blame on themselves for the things that are happening outside of them. And I was kind of waiting for them to get up and hug him. And they did. They get up and they hug him. And it was a nice moment, but it still felt it felt, I don't know, I don't want to be this person, but it felt like there was that disconnect, like something still didn't connect, where those two didn't connect with Pop. I don't know, it's odd. And again, maybe I'm tripping. I really did think that this was a beautiful moment. I thought that him putting himself out there, like, y'all don't even understand how much I wanted to hug him. Like, really wanted to hug him in that moment. I was like, oh my God, kid, don't make me cry. Please don't make me cry, kid. You are not my kid. Don't make me cry. Like, that's how I felt, y'all. That's really how I felt. So in the next scene, Latoria Rose, Latoria Rose and Chloe, they meet up. Latoria tells Rose that her meeting with Banks was terrible. And Chloe was like, well, maybe this and that, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just looking at Chloe like, Chloe, if somebody's telling you they're not interested, just listen to them. She was not nowhere interested in Banks. He was not attentive. He was not romantic. He was just not it. And coupled with the fact that this woman wants kids and he does not. And I understand that because, at his age, he doesn't want any more kids. She does. So, yeah, no. I think when you constantly push people, and I just don't like that. Stop pushing people to coochie or peen or whatever. Stop doing that. If they say they don't want to do it, if somebody just freshly getting out of a relationship, stop telling them, oh, you got to go find somebody, go hop on something else. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Or just stop inviting them to another person and allow them to be in their own space. And it seemed like I'm thinking too far into this, and I could be, but I just pointed that out because that's what I saw. I just didn't like that. I didn't like that, but I also understand that people operate and they give you advice based on where they are in life. And this is no shade to Chloe. I'm just saying this is how people operate. They give you advice first based on where they are in their current life or what they've been through. Anyway, Rose told everybody that she quit Victory. Well, she told the ladies that she quit Victory and she wanted things to be different and nothing has changed. And so Rose told herself, to wake up. If you said you're going to change some things, then change some things. And I feel like the theme of a lot of the ladies was walking on faith. I don't know. It wasn't a theme. It's just what spoke out to me while I was watching that episode. And it was just basically women walking on faith. Like, whew, I need to get it together. Give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. So, y'all, we get to Latoria's Sweet 16. And Nico meets all of the ladies. Latoria, she was very cute. Her first outfit, her walk-in dress, was really cute. Her entrance, the Texas way. I don't know, I'm not from Texas, I'm from New Orleans. But of course, with the wheels and the cars and all of that, that's the Texas way, I guess. But she walked in with her dress and it was very cute. And then she had on her mingling outfit. So she went to go do a change and that was extremely cute. I felt like that was both of them was cute, but the mingling one was really, really cute. I will say this. Elena really did Latoria's makeup beautifully. It was just it was soft. It wasn't heavy. It was really soft. So I really liked her makeup. Um so as Latoria was reading her the things off of her phone, the fact that her resume is so impressive, I was like, "Oh my god. She has such an impressive resume because she worked with so many people in the entertainment industry, and for her to only be 35, that says a lot too. Like, there are so many people out there who want to be just in her shoes and that are older. So kudos to Latoria. She also says she also does a dedication to her dad, and that was really really sweet. She really started to break down and cry, which is expected. And then she lets everybody know that she's making an exit from the Houston entertainment scene to focus more on initiation projects, and her restaurant. So I really wasn't mad at that. She's done all she needed to do, save what she needed to save, and now she's doing something different in her life, you know. And so we get a performance from Rose's cousin. I've never heard of him, but maybe he's a Houston local. I don't know. So Latoria introduces Nico to Lil Flip. Y'all remember him? I forgot what he's saying. I forgot. So all I hope something can happen with that. I hope it's just wasn't just a just like a number exchange, and I hope that he's able to get all the nuggets that he need. Try to rap or whatever. It's not just an introduction and then that was it for the cameras. So everybody get on the dance floor. They start to surf and swag and yada yada yada, and it was really cute. Latoria really showed herself out for her party, and I wasn't mad at that. So Labrina, Elena, and Munir, they hang out. Elena tells the ladies that she's unhappy in her marriage. She tells them that they are attending therapy, and they're actually going to be using the therapist that Ro uses, which I really like her. And she really gets emotional because she's not happy. Elena said if the couples therapy don't work, then she's done because she has tried everything. So then we get to the counseling session with her and Josh, right? And Josh says that he's quiet and private, a private type of person, and he's trying to lean into what's important. I felt like that quiet and private type of person was, I want to do what I want to do in peace. And you get on this TV and you putting this business out like that. Like, that's what I got. So Elena says, they've been rocky for 3 years now, and she's just not getting anything out of her marriage over the 3 years. I'm pretty sure she has expressed herself over the years, but with her not being able to trust Josh, it's not kind of going hand in hand with all she needs. So Elena says a lot of trust has been broken over time, and she cannot operate from that place anymore. She just doesn't trust him. This has started from her marrying him. When she found out he cheated, she went ahead and went on with the marriage, and it seems like there's some sort of big regret because of it, and now we're here. And then that wasn't the only thing he did more things. So we don't know. So the therapist asked the same question we've been asking: what did he do? And it felt like Josh kept talking in circles, and just say what it is you did. His answer to that was, he's done a lot of things. Sir, we understand that you've done a lot of things. Can you tell us those things that you have done specifically? Like, have you cheated? Was it physical? Was it emotional volatile? Was it emotional cheating? Was it stealing? It can be, do you have an outside kid? Do you, you have maybe have a boyfriend, or like, it can be a number of things. We just need you to say what that thing is. I feel like Josh is the type of man that like to play with words. And he knows what Elena, he can play with words with her. And she's going to be okay with it because she's the type of person, like, image is everything. So we still, because image is everything, we still have to look the part. And I'm still going to keep muscling through even though I'm suffering in silence. And that is the hardest place to be when you're in a relationship and you're suffering in silence. It's not okay. It's not okay. I'm speaking to every man, woman, whomever is in a relationship. You do not have to suffer in silence. You do not have to stay at a place where you're not celebrated, tolerated, respected, any of those things. It's okay to walk away. If that makes you a villain in that person's story, then that's just okay. But yeah, if you have somebody like that and always playing in your face or playing with words or making you feel like you're crazy, or still would never appreciate the things you did or the fact that you didn't walk away, like, I need y'all to choose you. It's as simple as that. It is it is the hardest thing when you walk away. And I'm telling y'all this from experience. Recent experience. The hardest thing you do is walk away. Not that recent, but still recent. Choose you. And it's just as simple as that. It is just as simple as that. You have moments. You're going to have moments. You're going to have questions. Hey, did I do this right? Should I have done that? Did I do right by walking away? You're going to question yourself. But when you think about what you have gone through and the things you have tolerated, because society wants us to tolerate and to accept a whole lot, especially as women, to be in a relationship, that's not what that is. If you're not showing up happy, and only one person is happy in this relationship, I'm just saying, y'all, it don't have to be like this. And then this is another thing we see, because she's in this whatever type of relationship she have with Josh, which seemed one-sided. She's frustrated. So this is the end of the episode, but next week she's going to, again, this is the second time we've seen her pop off on Munir, whatever her name is. I be forgetting her name, in front of the girls. Especially, you did it twice in front of the girls. Like, what are you doing? All of that extra that you have, you really need to project that extra over here to your husband and not over here to this woman. And I will say this. If y'all notice, I don't really talk about Munir much in any of my videos, because only when there is some type of conflict when they had the conflict between her and Latoria and her and Elena. But I don't talk about her much because she give nothing. She hasn't really given much. We don't know much about her except that she's an engineer. She's a retired engineer who's now, is a social media presence. And she's married. And her storyline just wasn't much. I mean, I like her and I respect her and I want to see her back, because I feel like all of these ladies need to come back. Not Shaniqua. Baby, y'all can keep Shaniqua at home. So yeah, that was all I have. I don't have any, y'all know we don't have anything tonight. The next time y'all will see me is Tuesday for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It seemed, and another thing, y'all, it really seems like everything is getting ready to go on a hiatus right now. So, or getting ready to go, like the Real Housewives of Miami getting ready to, you know, get their reunion. We're almost at the tail end of that. I finished Beauty in Black. Love and Marriage Huntsville is on their hiatus for a while. Sisters, I want to say, is about to go on their hiatus. So I don't have much. I won't have much except for the ones that we have, and being able to pick up what is it? Not Beauty, I'm tripping. The Real Housewives of Potomac, which is the first Sunday in October, and Bell Collective, which is the first Friday in October. Ready to Love has one more episode next week. I want to say isn't there something else that's coming on? I don't know. No, it's a week off, and then Bell Collective will be back on. And y'all know I'm going to review Bell Collective. And Saturdays, it'll just be the Texas one. And I think that's getting ready to go up because they didn't have many seasons. Which I hope they bring that back for a second season. We still really want them to bring back the other one with the Houston Empire family. Like, I really liked that show. I thought that was really good. Yeah, so I don't know. And also, y'all, next month will actually be my 1 year. I want to say, 1 year doing YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I am going to celebrate myself because I don't get too many chances in doing that. And I know I got a lot, but also I am working on, in the background, going to put it out as a live once a month. I'm not a therapist, y'all. I'm not. If y'all don't know, and I stated in, I don't know which video. I have 1 year to finish my master's program. I start back next year. Y'all cross y'all fingers, and I get back in next year to finish up my master's. But I wanted to do a healing segment on my channel, calling it Healing Out Loud. Just kind of giving some nuggets, just once a month, just to do a temperature check on everybody, like subscribers, everybody, like we all need that. It'll be me and my cousin, but it'll be her, and if she's not able to do it, it'll just be me. And I'll try to bring on other people, to share their healing experience. Nothing negative, y'all, just sharing healing experiences. So yeah, I'm still trying to piece that together and trying to figure out when would be a good time for me to do it. And yeah, that's it. I needed that. It came out explained and all of it, why it came about, how everything derived. But it'll be some good stuff, and yeah, I'm excited about it. I do not seem excited about it. I need to go outside and get some sun. And I try not to come to y'all even like this because my mood it's a little somber, and I had to have a chit chat with myself. Okay. So yeah, but ultimately I thought that I would be extremely busy, but I'm starting to see that everything is going off. Something is on a hiatus, and then things are going to be returning. So yeah, we're just going to go with the flow. And I told y'all I take my breaks when needed. So, and that's it. Actually, y'all, that is all I got. Before anything else, before y'all move up out of here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. And I will see y'all on Tuesday for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Bye.